Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to the Stelmo Show. This is the finale of Pokemon Fire Red, doing our nostalgia trip, at least for now. We'll be doing the Sevi Islands, yeah, at a later date, maybe, I don't know. I don't really care for it all that much, but it depends, we'll see. Well, there's nothing else to say other than without further ado, let's take on the Elite Four. So our first trainer coming up here is going to be Lorelei, and we are going to lead with Zapdos. Welcome to the Pokemon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon or water Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Ha ha ha! Are you ready? Alright, let's do this. So, first member of the Elite Four is Lorelei. She uses Ice-type Pokemon as well as a lot of Water-type Pokemon, which is why we're starting out with Electabuzz here. As you can see, the first member of the Elite Four starts at level 52, so it's going to be an uphill battle the entire way. But thankfully, the AI is a little dumb, and I'm kind of banking on that so that we can have ourselves a good fight here. This Dugong, I think it normally sets up Hail, but thankfully we're not going to see that happen. Thank you, Zapdos, for being an absolutely incredible Pokemon. Killing it. All right, we got rid of the first Pokemon. That's a good sign. Next up is Cloyster. This is another water ice type, so I'm going to leave Zapdos out here. Just in case, I mean, we'll see what happens. It's got a lot of defense, not a lot of special defense, so I wouldn't be surprised if Thunderbolt did maybe 2/3 or even put it in the red. What I might do if it's in the red is set up a light screen with Electabuzz, because all of her Pokemon use special attacks, and it looks like it takes it out in one hit, so no need to fret there. Slowbros up next. Gosh, using Dank Bush would be really scary here, so I'm going to stick with Electabuzz. The only problem is that Slowbro is probably going to set up Amnesia, which is a little bit scary. But when in doubt, we do have some physical attackers that we can use as well. I think we'll be just fine with one Amnesia, at least I hope. Because this Slowbro, basically its idea is to wall the shit out of you with Amnesia and then Curse as well, because Curse, when used by a non-ghost type Pokemon, lowers a Pokemon's speed and raises its attack and defense by 1 stage. But thankfully, we have just been absolutely wrecking this team so far with our good buddy Electabuzz here. So this is a little scary. So what I'm going to do is set up a light screen, just because this Lapras has Surf as well as a couple other moves, but it also does have Body Slam, which is something we do need to worry about. We're going to go ahead and give it a Thunderbolt and see what happens. This is Lorelei's Ace, which means it does have a Citrus Berry equipped, so hopefully we don't activate it, and we do not. Second Body Slam, that's fine. No critical hit means Electabuzz lives. No Paralyze, so another Thunderbolt. We'll put it in the red, and then hopefully the Citrus Berry will take it out of the red so that we do not have to worry about... Oh, it doesn't have a Citrus Berry. All right, well, that's a little rough, but... regardless, we're going to go ahead and switch to Dank Bush here. We got the Miracle Seed. Oh, I didn't know the Sleep... I did not know that. I think she's going to heal anyway. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a Sleep Powder, Leech Seed just in case, and then we're just going to try to get rid of it with Razor Leaf, but we'll see what happens. All right, we got the thing asleep, which is good, which means this next turn, guaranteed it's going to be asleep unless she uses an item on it. But that gives us a free turn anyway, so we're going to go ahead and pop the Leech Seed down, so that way we get that nice, juicy 1/16 of Lapras's HP every single turn it's out in the field. And with AI Trainer's reluctancy to withdraw Pokemon, that means it's going to be a guaranteed heal for us, as well as doing a little bit of damage to Lapras itself. But, looks like we're going to play a little bit of the slow game here with Lapras still being asleep. I am slightly worried about it going in the red here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just waste a turn with another Leech Seed. Let the Leech Seed get rid of it more. Okay, Confuse Ray, that's not good. So we got a 50-50 shot here before this Lapras becomes a problem. I guess the Leech Seed might have taken it out. Maybe, I'm not sure. But hopefully we've hit through this confusion. If we do, it's going to be really easy. And we did, and also hit with the Razor Leaf because Razor Leaf does have 95% accuracy. So we have to make sure that we hit with that. But that was the ace of her team, so everything else should go pretty easily. And finally, her one Ice-type Pokemon that is not also a Water-type Pokemon is Jinx, which we're going to send out Ace for, and hopefully a nice Charcoal Flamethrower will absolutely decimate this Pokemon. We'll see, though. Jinx is quite the fast Pokemon, misses an attack, so Ace gets the Flamethrower off, and this might be sayonara to Jinx here. Oh, not quite. A little bit of a beefy one, but thankfully, anytime the Pokemon is in the low yellow or the red, the Elite Four member is going to use a heal item on it. Generally a full restore. I haven't seen it use anything but a full restore, so you kind of get a free turn there. Quick attack should take it out. Flareon's got a high attack stat, and that is the first member of the Elite Four taken down sufficiently. And we get a buttload of money because Electabuzz is holding the amulet coin. But anyway, I am Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people and Pokemon can become stronger without limits. I lived and trained with my fighting Pokemon, and that will never change. Stomo, we will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha! Alright, next member is Elite Four, Bruno. He focuses mainly on the fighting type, but he does have a couple ground types as well, which he is leading off with an Onix, which is, of course, why we were starting off with Dank Bush here. So Bruno's probably one of the easiest members of the Elite Four, generally because people carry a Psychic type as well as a Grass or Water type on their team, and because these Pokemon have surprisingly low defenses, it makes for a pretty simple battle. So Burb's finally going to get its chance to shine here. Don't know how much it's going to shine. We're going to use Fly and hopefully take this thing out in 2 hits. It is a Hitmonchan, so it probably has Thunder Punch, but thankfully Burb is a little bit faster. Alright, if we get hit with that counter, we're screwed. But Hitmonchan has high defenses, so Burb gets a critical hit. Alright. I will definitely take something like that. Alright, Machamp is up next. This is the only really scary one. High defense and special defense, really, and it's only going to get higher when it uses Bulk Up. Because Bulk Up is a Gen 3 move that raises its attack and defense, so Fly's not going to do nearly as much damage as it should. And it's going to use Scary Face, because it's going to try to sweep our team. Hopefully we won't let that happen. I honestly wouldn't be surprised at this point if Return does more damage. But unfortunately, we get a critical hit, he gets a critical hit on us as well. Since Zapdos won't be that useful for the rest of the fight, I'm going to go ahead and send him out, and hopefully Thunderbolt will help us out here. Okay, not as much as I would have hoped. This might be it for Zapdos here too. Yep, a +1 Metacham, very scary. So what I think I'm gonna do is we got Dank Bush in reserve, so I think I'm going to attempt an Explosion here if we're fast enough, which we are. So let's see if Explosion gets rid of it. It does have +1 defense, but Explosion is an incredibly powerful move. And thank goodness I taught Cloyster Explosion. It's such a thank God I have this thing move. Because even though we lose Pokemon, it really gets rid of the threat, plus we're in single player, so we have revives. That is not a good matchup. I was hoping he was going to send out Hitmonlee, which is his final Pokemon, but looks like we got the other Onix. Hopefully Dank Bush survives this Earthquake. I assume it would. Onix isn't that great of a Pokemon. Its only real strength is its defense when it's not against a Grass or a Water type. Pull a Grass or a Water type out. That's GG's for Onix. Alright, last Pokemon should be Hitmonlee. Has pretty low special defenses, so actually pretty low defenses. Let's go ahead and send out Bratwurst. Give him a little bit of a showing. Our only Pokemon that doesn't have 100 HP. And let's give it an Earthquake. The same type attack bonus, 100 damage. So we'll see how we fare. Okay, pretty good. Missed the Mega Kick. I have a feeling we're gonna get a full restore though, yep. So, good thing I chose to use Earthquake again. We do have some ethers and elixirs, which I'm not afraid of using because we are at the end of the game. So if we need it for future battles, it's nothing to be worried about. So we'll just use a second Earthquake just to guarantee the kill here. I don't think we're going to be using Earthquake too much in the later fights, but never know what's going to happen. All right. Our job is done. Go face your next challenge. And he turns away from us like a wimp. I don't think we have the hard stone. I honestly don't even know. Oh, Diglett's not even holding an item. Do we have the hard stone? It's an item that boosts rock type moves, but I don't think we have one. And it's worth checking though. Yeah, we don't have one. All right, let's do it. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. I hear Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old Duff was once tough and handsome, but that was decades ago. He's a shadow of his former self. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokedex. He's wrong. Pokemon are for battling. Stelmo, I'll show you how a real trainer battles. All right, Agatha. Here we go with Elite More. Well, that sucks. Elite Four member number 3, Agatha. She uses Ghost-type Pokemon, but again, there are only 3 Ghost-type Pokemon. So it's Ghost and Poison, but that's close enough. We're gonna go ahead and lead off with a Rock Slide. This Gengar, very scary. I can't remember if it's her lead Gengar or the other Gengar that does Hypnosis Dream. Either looks like it's going to be the other Gengar. We can use Burb because Ghost-type attacks don't work against Normal-type Pokemon and vice versa. Double Team. Glad we have Burb with Aerial Ace because Aerial Ace never misses, so we can't be stalled out. Unfortunately, Gengar's faster than Pidgeot, so we are going to have to deal with some confusion. I definitely think this is going to be the hardest battle because we just really don't have an answer to Ghost-types. Ah, I see. Double Team stall out with the Toxic and Confusion. Interesting strategy. And it's not looking good for us, because no matter what, we are going to be defeated in 8 turns, and this Gengar is going to keep using Double Team. Unfortunately, Aerial Ace is our only hope, so we might have to use a full restore in battle here, but in good news, I think this Gengar can't hurt us, so all we have to worry about is Confusion and Poison. So I think we're going to trigger this full restore here if Bird hits here. Unfortunately, not a hit. And we're gonna go ahead and throw up a full restore. Hopefully waste a little bit of her time. Where's our full restore at? There we are. Let's heal it back up. Another Double Team. Unfortunately, I'd use Fly, but we're probably gonna miss, so I think I'm just gonna have to take the Aerial Ace, and hopefully Burb hits here. We've only hit through Confusion once, which is a bit scary. We got a 50-50 shot every time. Okay, we got through with Aerial Ace, that's good. And we end up taking the Gengar out, which is really, really nice. I'm glad that ended up not being much of a threat. Next up, we have Golbat, so of course we're gonna send out our Zapdos. We also have a backup in Bombshell for this as well, but we'll give this thing a Thunderbolt, probably take 2 Thunderbolts. But like I said, this is where the Poison type over the over the Ghost type comes in here. We got a Paralysis, but that's probably gonna be healed off with a full restore, but full restore she uses on this Pokemon as a full restore. She is not going to be using on her Gengar, which is the scary thing, so I'm glad it's on this and not that. I'd laugh if we got another Paralysis there, that would have been hilarious. Alright, and our first Pokemon to surpass level 50 is our Electric type. That's not really much of a shock, honestly. Alright, back to Bratwurst so that we can kind of show what we're made of here. Level 56 Arbok, we are going to get intimidated, but we do have that same type attack bonus, Earthquake, so I think we're going to be pretty good here. Probably going to take 2 hits. Thankfully, without that Intimidate, we probably would have put it in the red, so it's honestly a good thing that we didn't kill it with Earthquake on the first try, or feint it. Alright, Haunter's up next. So Haunter's not as dangerous as the next Pokemon we're going to be encountering. So we'll go ahead and send Bird back out just so we have that normal type immunity. Thankfully, the Haunter is one of our weaker Pokemon, which is really good for us. Okay, cool. It's gonna waste another turn trying to use Mean Look. And, oh, just kidding, it's gonna use Hypnosis. I don't think this Haunter has Dream Eater, but I'm going to go ahead and use the Pokeflute just in case. Remember, the Pokeflute is a free awakening for both sides of the field. So you need to make sure that if you're using the Pokeflute, only you are asleep, or you really want to wake up the opponent's Pokemon. Okay, just Mean Look, that's fine. Should be able to take this thing out with an Aerial Ace unless we get a Speed Tie. Great. Same type of attack bonus, helping us out there. And great, came out of that relatively unscathed, and now the very scary one. Hey, what's up, American? Welcome to the stream. Yes, I am excited to wrap up Fire Red as well. We got ourselves a free dodge there because Hypnosis missed. It does have, I think it's got 75 accuracy in this gen. They lowered it in later gens, so unfortunately we didn't miss it this time. This Gengar, what it likes to do is Hypnosis and Dream Eater, which is a very scary combination of moves. So we'll go ahead and use the Pokeflute again, because, I mean, we have it. Free heals. Or free awakenings. Infinite awakenings. For us, so that's really nice. Unfortunately, I have to waste a turn. Oh, it uses Sludge Bomb instead of Dream Eater. I know it has Dream Eater, so I'm not gonna discount it. Unfortunately, we got a critical hit there. Miss with Hypnosis. All right, we get another Fly, which is gonna trigger this thing's Citrus Berry if we hit. Fly does have 95% accuracy, so this isn't gonna be a guaranteed thing. Oh, yeah. Finished your first day of classes. Really? So this is second semester sophomore year for you? Oh? Okay. I didn't think it was gonna survive that, but let's hope we get a critical hit. Oh, just missed it. All right. So what we're gonna do is, just for the rest of my team, we're gonna give this thing a Sand Attack, and then if we're lucky, maybe another Sand Attack. Because even though it's got Levitate, Sand Attack still works regardless of it being a ground type. All right, another miss. So another Sand Attack. I think double accuracy will be fine. I don't want to sit here and spam this thing. Hopefully that'll help us out, especially with Hypnosis. Hopefully things go well. I hope things go well too. I hope things go well for you too, man. I don't know why I had so much trouble saying that. But those Sand Attacks gonna come in handy. Unfortunately, Gengar has a little bit higher special defense, but we're not gonna be using Ace much in the upcoming fights, so we'll give it a little bit of screen time here. Thankfully, with those Sand Attacks and Hypnosis is low accuracy, one more Flamethrower's going to knock this thing out, and that is going to be GG's for Agatha. Like I said, probably gonna be our hardest fight, depending on this next one coming up, because this next one coming up is either going to be our hardest fight or it's going to be a relatively easy one. You win! I see what the old Duff sees in you now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now, child. All right, our last member of the Elite Four is Lance. Oh, he's angry. He's angry in his sleep. Let's do this thing. Ah, I've heard about you, Stomo. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon? They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. There's no being clever with them. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me, Stomo. We will see about that. Next up is Elite Four member Lance. Lance is a very scary trainer because he uses Dragon-type Pokemon, which there aren't very many of in this region. But thankfully, if we're lucky, he starts out with a Gyarados, which is water flying. And we get a Thunderbolt off. It is 4 times weak to this, as well as same type attack bonus from us. So hopefully this will get rid of it. Thankfully it did. That's true. That's true. I hate that it's true, but it's true. Alright, next up is Dragonair. This is where it's going to get interesting. We'll see how well Bombshell does against these. So we're going to use Ice Beam. Ice is like the counter to Dragon types, but there aren't very many Ice types, and the Ice type isn't insanely strong. So it's a little bit scary. This one just has Dragon Rage, though. There is one with Thunderbolt that we do need to be careful about. He has 2 Dragonairs. Use Ice Beam once more. And Ice Beam's going to be pretty much used exclusively for this fight, so I don't mind spamming it. It does only have 10 PP, but like I said, we do have Ethers and Elixirs, so I'm not too worried about it. Aerodactyl's up next, so he's Rock Flying. We can actually send Zapdos out. Once again, because Rock is not immune to electricity. It is only Ground that is immune. So, hopefully if we're lucky, we survive this. This Aerodactyl can get really scary because Ancient Power has a chance, a 10% chance to raise all of a Pokemon's stats. Oh, but hey, with Static, we should be able to beat it in a speed battle, even with that speed increase. Aerodactyl is pretty fast, but Zapdos is also pretty fast. Unfortunately, with that special defense boost, this might not KO. It could. That seemed to be pretty much half. Unfortunately, it didn't. And we are going to get destroyed with Ancient Power. So the scary thing is Rock is good against Ice, so our only other Pokemon that's good against this Aerodactyl is Bombshell here, but unfortunately... Oh? No full restore. I'm surprised, actually. Alright, next Dragonair. What we're going to try to do is use Brute Force against this thing, because I really want to save Bombshell for the big bad of his team. Which I think everybody knows wouldn't be much of a spoiler if I said it, but I'll keep it in suspense just in case. So hopefully we can 2-shot with Earthquake, but this Dragonair's oh, use Safeguard, what a waste of a move. I mean, not too much of a waste considering what's coming out next, but I'm okay with that. Alright, critical hit when we didn't need it. I prefer to get a critical hit at the next trainer. He's got his full restore home. I guess he did. I guess he did. Those final Pokemon, and probably the most scary Pokemon of the Elite Four, is Lance's Dragonite. It is level 60. And I have Burb out here to sacrifice it. So what we're gonna do is try to lower its accuracy. In Gen 3, it's even scarier because it's got Outrage, which is a very dangerous move. And we just got critical hit by it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna throw out some Pokemon against it. It does have a Sand Attack on it, but unfortunately that Safeguard is up from Dragonair, so I can't inflict it with a status condition. So it's locked in the Outrage, which is very scary. Thankfully, without a critical hit, it doesn't seem to do too much damage. I say too much damage, and it does half of Ace's health. But because it is Outrage, Dragon-type moves are physical. So, in this generation, Outrage is always physical, though. So, I'm not too worried about that. I assume he's going to go for Outrage again, but I'm not 100% sure. Thankfully, Dragonite is 4 times weak to Ice, and without the Safeguard, if we get lucky, we'll get a Freeze. No Freeze? Maybe it'll hurt itself in confusion? It does not. Outrage once more. Thankfully, Cloyster's got some pretty high defense. But unfortunately, it is not enough against the power of the mighty Dragonite. So this is where the fight gets scary. Maybe we can put it to sleep? I honestly don't know if Dankbush can survive another Outrage. I'm actually happy it didn't hurt itself in confusion there. Okay, no sleep for us. Yep, and we're back. Oh, it's using wing attack. Okay. See you later, Dank Bush. This is kind of scary. We're gonna have to do some I unfortunately don't think Bratwurst can handle this. It is not looking good, but thankfully, by the power of being the single player mode, we can use... This is actually perfect. This is actually perfect. So its final move is Hyper Beam, but thankfully they fixed the Generation 1 bug in Generation 2, where if you knocked out a Pokemon, it would use Hyper Beam. It could use Hyper Beam again, but now the Pokemon has to recharge. We're faster than it anyway. See you later, Dragonite. Only had to use a little single-player hacks. But, yeah, so that was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. But we still made it through, saved by luck. Yes, I'm very happy that the AI decided to not use Outrage. Though we would have won anyway because Cloyster was faster than Dragonite. All right, let us continue into the Champions Room. And look who it is, it's Deez Nutz. Hey, Stelmo. I was looking forward to seeing you, Stelmo. My rivals should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on the Pokedex, I looked all over for Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokemon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League champion. Stelmo, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I'm the most powerful trainer in the world. So, this is totally the first time we fought this guy. This is Deez Nutz, our rival since the beginning of the game. And we are going to take him down today, I hope. So, he's leading off with Pidgeot, as he always has since the beginning of time. Thankfully, Rock Slide. If we're lucky, we might get a critical hit. If not, we'll get a flinch. Unfortunately, neither. We'll see if Bratwurst can survive an aerial ace here. He does. Maybe we'll get lucky enough to get a flinch or get a critical hit with Rock Slide. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen either. Unfortunately, Bratwurst, while fighting valiantly, succumbed to his wounds. And now we're gonna bring out the big guns. Alright, Thunderbolt should easily take care of Pidgeot here. Alright, maybe Paralyzed just for good measure, of course. I almost want to... Oh, withdraw Pidgeot. He's going to go over to Rhydon, I would think. Yep, and he's going to take that Thunderbolt like a champ. I've actually never seen him withdraw. I guess he withdraws if he has a status condition. But we can also do the same thing. We'll see what it hits us with. Earthquake. I think Dankbush should be able to survive our Earthquake just fine. Alright. Got the Razor Leaf off. It does have 95% accuracy, which is a little scary. Thankfully, Rhydon, super easy Pokemon to take down. Goes down to a well-aimed water move or grass move. Alakazam, the scary one, is up next. So hopefully what I'm going to try to do is set up a Light Screen with Electabuzz and then hopefully Thunder Wave, but we'll see. My future sight tells me we might get critted by some of these Psychics, so we'll see if we can even survive one. We can survive one, setting up that Light Screen. Which makes me want to go ahead and cheap out and use one of my full restores now that we have the Light Screen up. Light Screen is really only important for this Alakazam, because this thing is stupid powerful. Unfortunately, we got a loss to special defense there, but hopefully we can take another hit, enough to get it paralyzed at least, and give us a fighting chance. We do. Hit the paralyze. Now it does have synchronize. So we are also going to be paralyzed, but the magic of switching out is going to be with us. Let's switch over to Burb. Thankfully, Psychic shouldn't do too much damage since we do have that Light Screen up for a couple more turns, and we get that free switch in. Let's go ahead and throw a return on this thing and see how much damage it does. Alakazam does have pretty low defense, so we could get lucky here. Little over half, that's exactly what I want. Fortunately, Light Screen wore off, but with the paralysis, we'll be just fine. Alright, one of the biggest and baddest Pokemon out of the way. Followed up by another Psychic-type Pokemon, Exeggutor. We're going to go ahead and see how much damage a fly does from this thing. We do have Ace, just in case. Haha. But we'll see, it doesn't even do half, which does not make me feel very good for the rest of the fight here. We're going to go ahead and heal Electabuzz because we're going to need him later in the fight. Thankfully, he missed with Sleep Powder, so what I'm going to do is Aerial Ace. Hopefully, it won't do enough damage to put him in the red. Or it gets a critical hit and KOs. That is fine by me. And Burb stays alive and levels up to 51 just in time. Pidgeot's coming back out, but thankfully, we've got an answer to it. We're going to go ahead and send out Ace and use a Flamethrower. It is a good thing I caught a Zapdos. You're exactly right. We're going to say sayonara to Pidgeot here. Pretty much no reason for him to withdraw it other than delay the inevitable. See you later. Not the Pokemon I wanted to use Flareon against, but it turns out it's going to be just fine. Back out to Zapdos against a Gyarados. Again, just like Lance, this Gyarados will go down real nice and easy. Hopefully. It is a much higher level than Lance's. Well, not much higher, but it is a higher level, so it might take 2 Thunderbolts. But I think we'll survive a hit from a Hydro Pump. Maybe. It does normal damage, so I'm not sure, but, ooh. We get the Paralysis, so he is going to probably use a full Restore, and we get a free turn. Isn't that incredible? Yes, Zapdos turned out to be quite the asset to our team, that's for damn sure. Back down. I honestly thought we might paralyze it again. All right, that's going to be Blue's 2, or Deez Nutz, or Gary, whatever you want to call him. That's going to be his 2 full restores. So, thankfully, all we got to do is use another Thunderbolt, and then one more, and it'll be sayonara for Gyarados. We could probably use Brick Break. Oh, he's got 3 full restores. He really wants to keep this Gyarados alive. He's like, shit, 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 shit. Like the player. I did not know the champion got 3 full restores. Unless I'm imagining things. I'm surprised we didn't get another paralysis that whole time, though. But thankfully, the inevitable is such, and a Thunderbolt takes out Gyarados. This final Pokemon being the one that we've seen since the beginning, if you bought about 100. Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Is Charizard. Fortunately, he used all his full restores on his other Pokemon, but Charizard is level 63, so what we're gonna do is set up a Paralysis. Unfortunately, we didn't get lucky, and we are going to take a Fire Blast to the face from a Charizard that is 10 or 11 levels higher than us, but we somehow survived. We'll see if Zapdos survives this burn. He does with 1 HP, so let's set up a light screen just in case. Because we do have a rather weak Pokemon that is going to be going up against it. Bombshell. Let's finish this off. We're going to go ahead and use Surf. I assume it's going to use Fire Blast with that light screen. We should be just fine, even though it's going to do normal damage. Ha! What do you say we end this out with a bang? Explosion! Boom! That'd be a great way to end the part. Oh, sweet. That is it. That was Pokemon Fire Red. Incredible. After all that work to become league champ, my reign is over already? Not fair. I really like his pose. You can't really see it because I'm covering his head, but why? Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Darn it, you're the new Pokemon League champion. Although I don't like to admit it. Stelmo, hey, what's up, Professor Oak? So you've won, sincerely, congratulations. You're the new Pokemon League champion. In all caps. You've grown up so much since you first left with Bulbasaur to work on the Pokedex. Selmo, you have come of age. Deez Nutz, I'm disappointed in you. I came when I heard you'd beaten the Elite Four. When I got here, you had already lost. Understand why you lost? You've forgotten to treat your Pokemon with love and trust. Without them, you'll never become a champ again. Though, if you come back and refight the Elite Four, he is still the champion no matter what. You understand that your victory was not just your own doing, and not with a couple of resets. The bond you share with your Pokemon is some whatever. Come with me. Congratulations, Stelmo. This floor is the Pokemon Hall of Fame. Pokemon League champions are honored for their exploits here. Their Pokemon are also recorded in the Hall of Fame. Stelmo, you have worked so hard to become a new League champion. Congratulations, you and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. Oak did just trash the shit out of his grandson. Oh my goodness. So we did it. That is going to be the end of the nostalgia trip for Pokemon Fire Red. If you're on the YouTube, I'll wait for a minute here. Show all of our Pokemon. Hey, is it Senvir? Senvire? You're gonna have to help me pronounce that. Senvire, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. All 6 of these guys. Definitely not a team I thought I could do this with, but I'm very happy and ended up being a pretty solid team overall with 3 Pokemon that I've never used before. If you're on the YouTube, you can go ahead and fuck me. If you're on the YouTube, you can go and click right here for the previous video, right over here for the best video for you, and up here to subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see ya in the next one.